What if you could do everything right and still lose? That's trading for you. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what happened on this Euro USD trade, which met all our criterias, but still cost us about 560 US dollars right here. So make sure you watch to the very end as I show you everything about this particular trade right here, from the forecast, entry, and everything else. All right, so let's go right now. So let me show you what was happening right here. So you can see that in the morning today, in the afternoon today, I was able to share this nice forecast right here, looking really amazing. This is the kind of setup I would take any time of the day. What did we have? We had a QML, we had a low, we had a higher high, we had a break of structure right here. Very nice stuff. And apart from that, we had liquidity which was being engineered at this level. And what was my plan? My plan was for this market to be taken out once this market comes here, take out this liquidity, then come into my area right here. And once the market did that, I was going to do what? I was going to actually sell once the market has come to my area right there. Apart from that, I also had this confluence on DXY, which was giving me the exact opposite, right? We had the QML, we had the high, lower low, break of structure right here, also giving us liquidity. I was looking for the same. I was looking for the DXY to actually come here, then push into my area, meeting all my criteria. This is a very good setup that I can take any time of the day, right? A beautiful setup, right? And then see what happened. The market actually came exactly to the level that we were anticipating as predicted. You can see that the market beautifully took out the Asian, the liquidity right here, came into our area, and what do you see here? You see the market actually giving you a nice reaction from there. And what did we do? Once we had that, we entered this particular trade with a 10 pips stop loss and 203 pips target. See what ended up happening after the market came to our area. So you can see that the market actually ended up responding nicely from our area of value right here. You can see that the market actually dropped about almost a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio, but not enough for me to be able to move my stop loss to break even. So for me to move my stop loss to break even, I was waiting for the market to break this low right here. That was the only time I was going to actually move my stop loss to break even. However, you can see that the market didn't actually reach that level. We saw the market just come to this area, and then we saw the market start to push against us, and that's when we were actually taken out. And after that, you can see that the market continued to actually push to the upside. With the help of the news that was coming out today, CPI, the market just went to the upside like that, and we took a loss on this Euro USD where we're risking about 10 pips to potentially make about 203. It was a 1-to-21 ratio. It was a very good trade setup which I can take any time of the day. However, this particular setup didn't work despite it meeting all our criteria. Like I always say, guys, on a trade by trade basis, you and I have no control over the market. We can spot beautiful setups, but we don't know which setup is actually going to go in your direction. So our goal is to have a larger sample size kind of a mindset where we are focusing on a larger sample size of trades, so actually we can be profitable. Because you and I by this time must know that no one knows what's going to happen on any individual trade. All we do is make sure that we are taking A+ setups and just continuously going to execute our strategy, because we don't know which setup is actually going to work out, right? That's a beautiful setup. However, this particular one didn't work out right here. Today was a tough one. We had a nice trade also on GBP card right here. Beautiful setup. However, this also ended up becoming a break even, because once the market came here, we entered, we saw the market move in our direction. We asked the community to go break even, and then the market came to our break even. And then another one was actually on gold, which I shared also on Facebook. Right here, you can see that right here. We waited for the market to come to our area. Once the market came to this level, what did we do? We executed. The market started to move in our direction. We moved our stop loss to break even. As you can see right here, the market moved almost like 1-to-1. Then the market decided to do what? To go back, and we taken out at break even. All these were beautiful setups. However, the outcome of every individual trade is purely random. So it's all about having a larger sample size kind of mindset where you keep on executing, knowing that your edge is going to play out at the end of the day. Not an individual trade, but over a series of trades. Once you shift your mindset from a trade by trade mindset to a series of trade mindset, that's when you actually see that you're going to become consistently profitable. And by doing that, you're also going to ensure that you are predefining your risks every time you take a trade. You must know in advance how much you are standing to lose on that particular trade right here. If this setup came again, guess what? I'm going to take this particular trade because it meets all my criteria. However, this particular one, in the series of trades, it didn't work out, and that's okay. All right, so I just thought I could actually share with you guys that we actually took a loss on this particular trade. A very, very beautiful trade setup right here, a perfect setup actually, but it just didn't work out in our direction, and that's probability, and that's trading for you. All right, so the sooner you accept that, the better. All right, so you and I have no control. We just continue to execute our strategy, which has been proven to work over time, not on a trade by trade basis. All right, so I hope you found value in this video, and if you have, make sure to subscribe, like the video, comment in the comment section. All right, until next time, goodbye.